Is 8:03. I'm a couple of minutes late, but pulling double duty, so you have to deal with it. As long as you're cool with that, we're cool. If you're not cool with it, I apologize. Anyway, good morning to you. I'm first warning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together every day, 7 days a week, to chat about what's going on in the world of weather, and of course, to make sure you get hopefully a little bit of a bright spot in your day, if nothing else. I had a bright spot. You know, Cam Tran, for the holidays, left this for me, and I don't know if Cam is watching Coffee Talk, but I have to say thank you. This is so sweet. Cam spent some time in Hawaii in her career. That's actually where I met her. I worked with her when she worked at our sister station, KITV. And so the holiday gift she brought in, Hawaiian Host. That is such a unique and thoughtful gift. So Cam, thank you so much, my dear. Your gift is waiting. I'm always so late. I bought everything on time, but I didn't get it out to everybody on time. So anyway, hopefully Cam will enjoy my gift. But I just thought, Hawaiian Host, that's just such a sweet thing. All right, let's look outside, shall we, my friends? There's a shot from Melbourne, Brevard County. Our Tower Cam network is looking great. There are some neat shots from other cameras. Let's come up here to the Kennedy Space Center. And you can kind of see off in the distance a little bit of fog. Let's head up to Daytona Beach. Looking great there. Let's head inland a little bit. We'll head over to Winter Park. You can kind of see some of the haze there in the distance. This has been a particularly cool shot we've been looking at all morning long. You can see that thin deck of fog right over top of the communities. That's out near Thornton Park, and of course Lake Lasona, out toward Crystal Lake, the Orlando Executive Airport. Yeah, kind of a neat shot. I always love looking at things like that. So anyway, have to share it. Dense fog advisory in effect for Marion County. But if I'm honest with you, I wouldn't even say that that's a valid point. I would say that Central Florida as a whole is just watching patchy dense fog around, okay? Here's a look at the visibility numbers as they stand now. This is a map in miles. So the lower the number, the thicker the fog. So places like Leesburg, you're doing fine right now. But places like Sanford, you're at a quarter-mile visibility. So the fog is pretty thick for you. Quarter-mile visibility in New Smyrna Beach, and we're sitting at about 10-mile visibility back over to Palm Coast, where you had some fog earlier. So there is fog in spots. High pressure is still our dominant weather influencer, and anytime you get that ridge of high pressure, you've got a pretty nice and quiet forecast. So our forecast today will continue to be nice and quiet. Blue sky, sunshine. Once the fog lifts, we warm nicely. Look at lunchtime, 75 degrees, about 81 degrees our high temperature on the day. It is gorgeous. It is looking just gorgeous. I love it. I hope you've got some plans to spend outside today, because we are in such a nice setup. Now, I do want to point out, and I kind of mentioned this a little bit ago on Twitter, much of the nation is running warmer than average. The area highlighted there in orange, including Florida, including the entire eastern seaboard into the northeast, including most of the plains states. We are running warmer than average. And as a matter of fact, if you dive into the data even deeper, each one of these locations, okay, each one of these locations, 31 of them to be exact, are working against records today. In other words, there are 31 areas in the United States that are within about a degree or so of record heat today, all right? Places like Wilmington, Greenville, Spartanburg, Fort Smith. The Fort Smith record goes back to 1928, okay? And it goes back even further in some spots. I'm just kind of looking through the list here. 1906, 1907, yeah, so there are some long-time records that are in jeopardy. For us in Central Florida, though, the record jeopardy isn't there today. We're going to be warm, but we're not there. Now look over the next couple of days, all right? 83 for your Thursday, 84 for Friday, 84 for Saturday. I do think we get into record jeopardy looking ahead to Friday. My forecast is 84 degrees. The record high is 85. So it's going to be indeed a toasty setup. And that then brings us to the whole idea of what can I expect for New Year's? Well, here's what you've got. First off, we are looking great for New Year's Eve afternoon. Temperatures in the mid-range of the 80s, near record heat for sure. Once we get to about midnight, though, welcoming 2021. Or excuse me, saying goodbye to 2021, welcoming 2022. Those temperatures will drop into the 60s, and then for your New Year's Day, another warm one. That's not bad. It's just, a nice warm stretch. So if you've got plans to be out and about for the holiday, be safe, don't drink and drive, enjoy yourself, and enjoy this nice weather. Cindy says, I'm in listen mode. Good morning to you, Cindy. Thanks for hanging out with us. Kristen, good morning to you. Freya, how are you? Beautiful morning for walking the beach. Beautiful sunrise here on the East Coast. If you're heading to the beach today, where is that button? Where is that button? Burris, I know you did this. Hold on. Beach boating forecast. If you're walking the beach today, probably best to stay on the sand. Let me just hit save on this. If you're walking the beach today, it's definitely a good day to walk on the sand. Yeah. The water, it's going to be a little chilly. Temperatures are in the mid and upper 60s. Now, for our friends up north, this is not that bad. This is pretty much summertime temperatures for them in the water. But for us, that's awful chilly. That's awful chilly. Sarah, good morning to you. Tiffany, lots of driving services offer free rides on New Year's Eve. Exactly. There's no reason for anyone to drink and drive. And to that point, Uber, if you can afford to drink, you can afford to get an Uber. I'm just going to be honest with you, Drinks are not cheap. Uber's not cheap either, but if you can afford those drinks, you can afford an Uber. Just saying. Staying home on New Year's Eve, Debbie is asking, why risk it? I have wine. Come on. Oh, look at that, everybody. Are we partying at Debbie's house? It looks like it. Works for me. Here's your New Year's Eve forecast, just so that you know. Yeah, Ryan says home New Year's Eve is the safest. I don't disagree with you at all. I don't disagree. Jan says, yes, call a rideshare, folks. Exactly. Listen, when I was younger, there was no Uber, and we still found ways to not drink and drive. Everybody should, but it's so much easier today. We should never, ever, 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 ever drink and drive. Gabby, good morning to you. I'm still watching you, but I'm moved from Ormond to Putnam County. That's okay. That's okay. You're technically outside of our coverage area, but basically everything that we're saying is going to apply to you. Yeah. Freya says the water was chilly, but perfect walking weather, definitely. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Michelle, good morning. Nancy, I'm staying home for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Perfect. And speaking of New Year's Day, it's going to be a nice and warm one, but let's look beyond, because I've got some things you may be interested in. Jamie over on YouTube, good morning to you. David will be home New Year's Eve. So there's New Year's Day. High pressure, still blocking everything. We're staying nice and quiet. But look what happens after, my friends. Are you done and over with this warm weather? If so, I've got news for you. There's a change. Cooler, drier air is diving in. We've got ourselves an actual bona fide cool front. Yeah, there's a big change finally coming. We've been warmer than average. We're certainly going to be getting that way late this week with the near record heat, but by Sunday into Monday, there's an actual change, a noticeable one. Jan says, I'm going to be at a bonfire party. We'll hang out, party, and then stay over to be safe. Sounds like a smart idea to me. Shannon says, cool front. Indeed, indeed. Darlene, I have puppies due New Year's Eve. I'll be celebrating at home. Nothing wrong with that. Look at the 7-day forecast. All right, so Friday, New Year's Eve. Saturday, New Year's Day. Sunday, we're staying warm, but a few sprinkles in there Sunday into Monday as that next front pushes through. And Monday, highs in the 60s and 70s, morning lows in the 50s. Yeah. Patricia, see, but you can't make everybody happy. Patricia, I don't want a cold front. I just like warm stretches and cold stretches and then warm stretches. I'm never happy. So let's just keep it changing. I don't know. I like this time of year for that. And don't worry, the cold front is not going to stick around for forever. We'll get back into the warmer temperatures before you know it. But at least we've got that. Nathan, I hope to be celebrating a Bearcat win on New Year's Eve. It pained me just to say that. Ugh. It hurt. Look, I'm a huge UCF fan. I'm going to support our conference teams, but I Oh, why couldn't it have been Memphis? Why did it have to be Cincinnati? Ugh. I don't know. I'm going to watch that game, and Matt, are we cheering for the Bearcats, or are we wanting Alabama to destroy Cincinnati?
I think we have to root for Cincinnati.
You said see, Matt's my UCF buddy. He says he thinks we have to root for Cincinnati. Oh, it hurts me so much to say that. Ugh. I don't even know what to think. I guess I'm going to root for Cincinnati. Ugh. Sonia says the kiddos won't last until midnight, so we'll be home. Listen, I'm always surprised at how little Eric charges through on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So, yeah. Nathan, oh, come on. I rooted like regular UCF fan the other night as you guys killed UF. Okay, all right. Okay, listen, Nathan, just because I like you and because Matt told me to, I guess I'll root for Cincinnati. Ugh. Jenny says, I have my calendar blocked to watch the game Friday, so no one schedules a meeting. Roll Tide. That's going to be so much. It's going to be so much fun. Oh, even if it's hard for me to cheer for Cincinnati, I probably will still. Becca says, wash your mouth out. Go UCF. I know. What an exciting time to be a football fan. Okay, all right. I got to wrap up Coffee Talk. I got to go do TV. How long is the package?
1:30.
Okay, all right. So 7-day forecast. All seriousness, I do have to go do TV. 7-day forecast showing a warming trend through the weekend. Nice mild New Year's holiday, and then getting cooler for Monday. All right? I forgot the afternoon pick-me-up yesterday. My apologies. I will do it today. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I will see you guys